Thank you very much, Program Director. My name is Richard Francis. I'm the Chairman for Cleveland Community Policing Forum with a full stop at the end because we all know that that is a big sentence, so it's CPF for short. My language is English. If it's going to be a challenge, it's okay. We don't all speak English, and many of you speak many more languages than I do, so don't feel bad. Just put up your hand. We've got a lot of translators that can assist you. Also, please let this be an interactive session. No one wants to listen to the Manungu go for half an hour, I promise you. So I want to hear from you as well. This is an engagement, it's a forum. We get to talk and we get to listen as well. So they said today is all about gender-based violence and femicide. It's important to remember a couple of things. One is that gender-based violence is not a new problem. How long do you think gender-based violence has been going on for? Forever, since the days of the Bible. Do you think gender-based violence is just a South African or just a Johannesburg or just a Cleveland problem? Do you think it happens elsewhere? Do you think it happens in the rich countries like England or America or Australia or Canada or even China or Russia? Gender-based violence happens in each and every society. Do you know that there's an island just off of India? It is one of the most remote and unchanged islands in the world. The reason being is because for tens of thousands of years, anyone, a foreigner who's come to their island, they killed them. So since 1970 something, the countries of the world have agreed they're going to leave that island alone. So those islanders, because they haven't been influenced by outsiders, are living like they've lived for the last 2,000 years. And trust me, there's even gender-based violence in that island. Now I'm ashamed to say that there's gender-based violence happening right here, right now. Let me tell you about it. So, because we've invited the community, we're not cruel people, we understand that not everyone has an opportunity for breakfast. Some people are going to miss lunch. We are busy cooking and preparing food for you right now. Who do you think is cooking the food? Excuse me? We're going to have to collect the Kulu, eh? The police. The ladies are cooking. Don't answer me now, but why do you think that is gender-based violence? I'm going to ask you right at the end of my presentation and our activities. Let's take a look. Who can tell me what is the difference between the word sex, if you open up your, not the physical form or the act of sex, but if you open your ID or you open your passport, you see the word sex. What is the difference between that sex, male or female, versus gender? What is that? Or is that just a fancy English word? Any suggestions? What do I mean by sex? Does everyone remember that song, Salt and Pepper, let's talk about sex, baby, let's talk about, the bishop knows it, the bishop, see, even the bishop's not perfect. We strive, that's an important thing, none of us are perfect, but we have a responsibility to ourselves, our family, our community, our country, our continent, and the world. We all have weaknesses, we all have strengths, but we have to strive each day to make ourselves, even if it's just a little bit better. By the time we meet our Maker, we will be much better people. So sex, what do we mean by sex?
It's simple. Thank you.
Sir at the back.
I think when we talk about sex, we are referring to sexuality. In sexuality, you can choose whatever that you want to be. But when we're talking about gender, I think we are referring to male and female. But in sexuality, that's where we have gays, lesbians, we can choose from there. I don't know if I'm wrong.
So, sir, your answers are 100% correct, except you've mixed it. So like the gentleman said in the front here, your sex is what society determines you. And unfortunately, society determines you either you are a male boy, man, or you're a female, right? But the gender is self-identity, and that's where it gets very complicated. So people can identify as a male, they can identify themselves as a female, right? They can identify themselves as both. Sometimes some people are at the same time identify as a male and a female. Sometimes some people in the morning they're a male, and sometimes in the evening that they're a female. Some people are agender. That means they don't want to be identified as anything. Some people are transgender, right? That means that they are born with a penis but they identify as a female, or they're born with a vagina but they identify as a male. Is it right or is it wrong? Bishop says, does everyone agree with them, or is there someone that thinks it's wrong? There's no right or wrong answers here. Don't be shy. Yes, sir, in the blue, in a beautiful blue jacket. If it goes missing, tell Captain Manchadi it was me who stole it.
Good morning, first of all. Personally, from the knowledge that I have, which is very limited, is that biblically for me is wrong. But then it's less than that one, so we shouldn't challenge each other for whatever gender we choose to be.
Okay.
Personally, it's wrong.
Okay. Does anyone else agree with him, or is there other people that disagree with him? Anyone else who wants to share their comments? Mr. Program Director, how much time do I have more? Okay, since I don't see any other hands, right? So there's two things I want to discuss here. One is let's look at what South African law says. South Africa has got one of the most progressive constitutions in the world, right? One of the main focuses on this South African constitution is self-determination, so long as it does not affect other people. Okay? It does not affect society, and it doesn't create self-harm. So let's say that I identify as gay, and I want to sleep with other men. Am I harming the community? You say, yeah, I am, sir. Okay. Let's, Kuruma, tell us why.
Why I believe that it's kind of harming is because if you identify yourself as gay, well, from my perspective, if you identify yourself as gay in the society, it's okay. But if your practices harms my well-being, well, that's where it becomes a problem. So personally, I feel like in regards to a person's sexual practice, how a person self-identifies themselves as a specific gender, whether male, female, or other, I feel like that's okay. But if your practices brings harm to me personally in regards to my right, if it violates my right as a person as well as someone else, because I feel like you take away my integrity as a human being when you try to enforce your practices into my morality. That's how it is.
Okay, so if I identify as a gay person and I am trying to change you as a heterosexual person, a male that wants to sleep with women, then that is wrong. Okay? But if I practice as being a gay person and I'm not interfering with you, then am I harming you? Let's take a good example. Let's put the pressure out of the room. Right? Let's talk about Bishop Mark. Bishop Mark and I, we have a good working relationship. I respect him. I believe that he respects me. I come to his church, right? Not because I'm a Christian. I don't believe in God. But I don't interfere in his beliefs. I come because I believe that whilst his beliefs are different than mine, and we have a common purpose, we want to change the world for the good, right? Okay? him and I, we are not going to stop being good working colleagues. We're not going to be rude with each other. I respect his beliefs. I don't try and change his beliefs. And he doesn't try and change my beliefs. I give him respect. He gives me respect. Is it not possible for someone who identifies as gay or lesbian to be friends and have a good relationship with someone who has their different beliefs? It's the same as I give the same respect to people who believe in the Islamic faith, Muslim. You know how many times I've been to the mosque and I have Jewish friends, right? And I have friends who like me don't believe. And I have friends who believe in Eastern religion, like Buddhism and Taoism, right? Do you know that I even have friends who believe in Satanism? They don't interfere with me, I don't interfere with them, but when we come together, we change the world for the good. As long as I'm not putting my beliefs and forcing you to change, right? Then I'm not interfering with you. If I disgust you or upset you without me interfering with you, then that's not my fault. That's something that you need to work out with yourself. That's the first thought. The second thought is, let's say someone had HIV, right? Or let's say, take a real life example. Me, I was born with Gaucher's disease. One of the rarest diseases in the world. They reckon there's only 50,000 people who have it. It's a genetic disease. It's not because God is punishing me. It's not because my parents were bad people. It's just bad luck. Okay? 50,000 people in the world have my disease. Only about 200 people in South Africa. Is it right to discriminate me, right? Because of the way I was born? No. Just like it was wrong of my ancestors from England to discriminate against people who didn't look like them, who didn't speak their beautiful English language, who didn't believe in their Christian beliefs. Okay? People are different, and that's okay. We mustn't try and change people. We must say, okay, this is who you are. How can we come together to make beautiful things? Right? Okay.
Thank you so much.